So, neuer Stream. Moin, moin, meine aktiven Freunde. Kommen in den Genshin Impact. Ja.
Digga, du hast nicht mal ihre Frage beantwortet.
Hä? Doch? Naja, was heißt, warte? Was ist laut? Deine Frage habe ich doch gerade beantwortet, oder nicht? Und den von dem anderen habe ich doch gesagt, dass ich das halt nicht weiß. Der hat das doch wahrscheinlich gehört. Sorry, aber sorry an die andere Person, aber ich habe halt wirklich gesagt, ich habe keine Ahnung, wann der wiederkommt.
Ich habe gefragt, ob du morgen wieder live gehst.
Ach so, das hat er wahrscheinlich gesagt, während ich so viel erzählt habe. Tut mir leid. Ob ich morgen wieder live gehe? Schwierig. Also, eigentlich ist es nicht geplant. Aber ich kann mal gucken. Also, ich guck mal. Mal gucken. Es kommt halt drauf an, ob Leon heute jetzt noch kommt. Also, der wird wahrscheinlich noch kommen, aber ich weiß ja nicht wann. Ob der sich dann noch woanders rumtreibt. Ton, Lautstärke. Alter.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in!
Halt die Fresse, Paimon, bitte. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott, halt die Fresse, bitte. Alter. Oh mein Gott. So. Und zwar, was muss ich nochmal machen? Was ist denn jetzt eigentlich hiermit? Ja, schon alles. Ja, nach oben muss ich. Ab zu Naida. Das ist übrigens Naida. Ich habe die auch als Figur gezogen. Ja, nice, sieh das, du bist ein Macher.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Oh,
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be lacked at? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you
also,
expect?
naja, ich würde
Why
ihm schon
do you think
vertrauen.
Solmero would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained
Mm.
valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a Harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
So as long as you have some value to... Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a
Der
backup plan
Typ.
for myself.
As we
Ja.
discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him! Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you serious about this? Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Ja, warte mal.
Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that? Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twins' details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for it. Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him! I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future, our minds have as Sumeru's deal. If this deal with the Balladeer hits my pleasure, really.
Okay, warte. Ja, den Rest kann ich überspringen.
Even though of course, I'll be there to help. Great. Prepare yourselves. Wow.
Hm?
It looks pretty different here compared to last time.
Ja, wir waren hier schon.
The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Den Wanderer zu spielen wäre so cool.
Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh.
Shut your beak, jailbird.
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment.
Okay, ich brauche die Primogens, sorry, aber ich werde diesen Rest der Story überspringen, weil ich das tatsächlich schon lange kenne mit dem hier, mit dem Typen. Der hat eine traurige Story, für dass er so erbaut wurde und so ein Scheiß und ja.
You'll be entering into the inner, unlike anywhere else. I know there are many grievances between you.
Er ist halt gar kein Mensch, er ist halt eigentlich so eine Maschine, ein Roboter oder sowas, so eine Puppe, die von Raiden Shogun erweckt wurde.
Fine, let's call it true
Let's cut each other per my agreement with lesser. If there are no, or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Was halt auch nicht so ganz richtig ist. Weil Raiden Shogun ist eigentlich, glaube ich, die Puppe
It's
von
unbearable.
Raiden eigentlich. Also, so eine ganz andere
Start now.
Story. Und er sieht Raiden als seine Mutter an, aber Raiden hat gesagt, nein, verpiss dich, du bist eine Fehlfunktion, verpiss dich.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Ich habe ein richtig krasses Schwert bekommen durch die Kasua-Mission. Ein richtig cooles. Leider kann ich das erst ab dem Mittwoch hochleveln, weil ich die dementsprechenden Materialien erst am Mittwoch bekommen kann.
Irminsul is closely
Es ist
intertwined with
wirklich
the
gut. Ich
entirety
kann es auch
of
für
the
den
Vats. Every bit of information flowing here means something.
äh,
Keep your jaws up off the floor. It's time to
Wanderer,
go.
nicht
Why is
Wanderer,
it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything
den
he
hier
says?
halt benutzen. Das Schwert könnte ich auch machen. Oder wenn ich Kasua habe, das Kasua geben. Das
We
wäre
will now
natürlich
proceed to the
perfekt.
heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen? What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Ich finde den Wanderer, der sieht so cool aus, Mann. Eigentlich ist er blau, aber naja, eigentlich ist er rot, aber ist er auch gerade rot. Nur als Spielercharakter kann man ihn nur in blau haben.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, we made it.
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access. The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida. The rest is up to you.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do. Traveler, Paimon. Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join. Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads? That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while. Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say. As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me.
Der hat ja null Booty. Digga, die meisten männlichen Charaktere haben eigentlich Booties. Der ist, ja okay. Das ist halt eine komische Puppe.
Well done.
Alter, der stand aber auch wirklich wie so eine Banane.
You made contact with that part of it. Huh. thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Everyone has it. Speaking of puppets, if you mean the mysterious events... Really? Because... Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone. So the Gese got it right? Well, they guessed right.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, Abby...
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait! How did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more... Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace.
Is that so?
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed, their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world skills.
Es ist halt, glaube ich, auch das so, was jetzt alles
Yes,
vorkommt
well,
über ihn.
you allowed even now.
You flatter.
So you say.
My goods.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. What have we gained from adopting your... And recently, none of the people who went out to... But that doesn't faze you.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be...
Mikoshi Nagamasa.
After all. Why, Mr.
Enough! I'm here because I'm in charge here.
Judging from the look...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever... I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Hm.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but... And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan? Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is...
Whoever you're working...
It's no trouble. If you must know...
Fatui?
Just to create...
That's it.
Look how even the righteous soul is... My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you... It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both he
Ja.
has nothing to prove to anyone.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It all... Think of me. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. With Mr. Niwa. Jester, I have completed the task you gave me.
Mhm.
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he
Das hat ihn wahrscheinlich getroffen.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore? Dottore! Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? But why do we see things from his perspective? When I touch the doc,
Maybe so.
does it? You know very well what... Let's give him some space. We need to give him some time to process his emotions. I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up? Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps you needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back. Holy moly! So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible! Yes.
Dottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Was macht für SAE ein gutes Game aus?
Shall we see how he's doing?
Was für mich ein gutes Game ausmacht? Was heißt hier sie?
Hey,
Also, ich bin ja ein Story-Game-Spieler. Fortnite ist halt cool, weil es rettet Welt gibt. Das ist meine Hauptsache halt da, ne? Ein gutes Game macht halt guten Eindruck, wenn man einem Spieler die Freiheit gibt, bei Story Games zum Beispiel, oder eine Auswahlmöglichkeit von vielen Sachen.
Wollte bisschen respektvoll klingen, haha.
Ach so, okay. Ja, ich würde
It
sagen,
won't. I'll keep my
ähm,
end of the deal.
was so,
Hey, are
bisschen
you
nachdenken.
investigating the
Also,
stuff we want to know about?
was ein gutes Game ausmacht, würde ich jetzt
That's why
hier
we're
zum Beispiel
here.
sagen, dass die Community sich vielleicht so ein bisschen was wünscht und
But
die mit
unfortunately,
einbezogen wird bei
there's no
Abstimmungen.
information about the
Die
Descenders in
Story, dass
Irminsul.
das
Even if you
harmonisch
can't find any
viel Wert auf
evidence to confirm it,
Hintergrundgrafik und
Irminsul does not
Vordergrafik
keep
und
records of the
alles
Descenders.
einfach gut Wert drauf
Anyone
gelegt
who
wird.
comes from beyond this
Nur
world
für die
is
schönen
not counted as
Perspektiven
part of the
der
vow.
Zuschauer, der
Aw,
Spieler.
does that mean we have
Sowas,
to
das macht ein
leave
gutes Game aus.
empty-handed?
Eine Animation zu bieten, die die Spieler natürlich auch mögen. Auch nicht nur süchtig machen, sondern dass das auch immer was anderes ist. Nicht ein gewisses Muster.
Don't thank me
Verschiedene
just
Muster.
yet.
Unzuberechenbar.
You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might
Für mich
interest
sind
you.
gute Story-Games als Beispiel. Dann,
What?
wenn man
The reason why
wirklich
there are records about
Freiheit
your
hat,
sister
auch
in
in diesem
Irminsul.
Game.
It might have
Open
plus.
World.
The heavens
Und dazu dann
responded?
viele Möglichkeiten hat, um Verschiedenes zu
The
erreichen.
jester told me
Nicht
this
zu
himself.
sagen, um das zu
You can
bekommen,
take his word
kannst
on
du
this.
nur so es
He
zu
was a
bekommen, sondern
well-mage in Conria
du hast
and lived with his
vielzählige
sister for a
Türen.
time.
Vorhin hast du ja nur eine Möglichkeit, einen Sieg zu holen. Also, du musst der letzte Überlebende sein. Um hier zu gewinnen, da musst du entweder kämpfen oder was anderes tun. Es ist immer was Unterschiedliches. Abwechslung.
I don't
Das
know
macht
the
ein gutes Spiel
details.
aus.
Did you get all that?
Yes.
Does this info count towards
Das ist ein
my
guter
mission?
Punkt. Abwechslung.
It wasn't
Das würde ich so
Very
sagen.
valuable.
good. In
Ein
that
gutes Spiel
case,
macht
I'll
Abwechslung.
take some time for myself now.
Oh oh.
What have you done?
Warum?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return,
Okay, I seh Eating Unterstand Strebergesicht.
I see, I think,
can you hear my voice inside your head?
Okay.
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past? Done.
Huh? What the?
Nothing. I was just... So long. I suggest you get yourself...
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Getting you
Kannst du mal wieder FNAF spielen, bitte?
Ja.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll
Was
be
denn?
seeing each other again.
Machen wir so. Heute spiele ich Genshin Impact. Ein
From
bisschen
this
noch.
day forth, the names
Ähm,
Balladeer and Kabuki
und
Mono will
morgen
cease
mache
to
ich...
exist.
Ah nee, warte. FNAF kann ich nur bei PlayStation 4 zocken.
Those who died
Ich
in
müsste meine
Totalisuna
PlayStation 4
because of
wieder
me
anschließen.
deserve
Weil
another
die
chance at
PlayStation 5
life.
hat kein Laufwerk bei mir.
Hey, Balladeer!
Ich habe ohne
Don't do
Laufwerk.
anything stupid!
Also ohne
You
Disk.
know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than a stamp
Mit Marcel aber.
pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone,
Ja.
I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh.
Machen wir es so, wir könnten.
Come on, we gotta find him
Soll
somehow.
ich mal Marcel jetzt fragen, ob er Zeit hat zum Horrorgame zocken? Sag du.
Oh no, he's really gone. Oh, Nahida! Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer was the Balladeer.
Jaschks.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had? Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida. Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and
Ich habe ihn
get
geschrieben.
Paimon Soul
Mal gucken,
as
ob der
soon as
zurückschreibt.
possible. We're out! And we're at, an inn or something? This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you. I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me. An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay? Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe. Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before? He wants to change the past? But surely that's right. You can't just it's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon... Huh? Sorry. Paimon accidentally... But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Earth? Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Okay, er hat geschrieben. Warte. Also, hä, wie, wo, was? Er schreibt gerade.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next? there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But alright, Paimon'll start. First dish. And Drayon chili. Also. Um. Hmm? Paimon was, talking? Hmm? Is that a food? What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
Also, er meint so, ja, The Mimic oder sowas können wir jetzt zocken. Über Roblox. Auch ein Horror-Game. Ein sehr gutes.
Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Find my Paimon, but is everything...
Kakanise.
Kakanise. Ey, wie diese Playstation das ausspricht, ich kann nicht mehr. Hier, warte, ich zeig dir das Schwert, was ich bekommen habe. Heute. Das hier. Ich kann das hier auswählen. Warte, da brauche ich auch den Charakter. Moment, Primons. Ich will die alle haben. Fange 30 wilde Tiere mit Hilfe des Netz. 30 Tiere.
Oh.
Nee, auf Controller geht voll fit. Empfindlichkeit ist halt bloß ein bisschen gering, aber der Rest ist egal. Ich spiele ja auch auf Controller. Und ja, ich würde noch kurz die Runde zu Ende machen und dann würde ich auch Party kommen.
Nice. Ich mache dann schon mal eine Party. Welchen Account soll ich denn einladen? Ich habe schon mal eine Party gemacht. God Rusher 2. Schon fast gedacht. Moin! Roblox habe ich doch hoffentlich installiert, oder? Selbst wenn, das geht auch eigentlich ganz schnell. Ja, hab schon. Ich glaube, das war aber vor ein paar Monaten. Bist schon in Roblox drin? Ja, ich bin ja gerade live und der wird da ja unterbrochen, wenn ich aus dem Spiel rausgehe. Und dann werde ich nochmal neu live anfangen. Carpador ist auch dabei. Hi, Miko. Ja, ich hab schon. Schon fertig. Ich gehe schon mal rein und starte den Stream dann schon mal.